All right. We are back again with another Grizzlies recap of the game between the Grizzlies versus the Nuggets. And if I sound a little bit more cheerful tonight, it is because we won and we actually beat the mess. To keep this kid friendly, beat the absolute mess out of the Denver Nuggets, the number one team in the West. And we're going to talk about it in just a minute, man. But before we get started, do me a solid. Please do me a solid and do what you see on the screen. Go ahead and hit that like button and hit the subscribe button so you can keep up and hear more of these videos from the Grizz Culture Podcast. The Grizz Culture Podcast is hosted by me and also my brothers, JB and MKJ. They would not be with us tonight, but hey, we're going to keep it going. So glad that you came back. All right, now let's get into it, man. Listen. Grizzlies win the game 112-94, but they were up to they got all the way up to 35 points on the Denver Nuggets, and it was pretty much a blowout from the get-go. The first quarter was kind of nip-tuck, but man, after that, man, they got up 20 and they really never looked back. But let me get this rundown right quick, and then I'm gonna give some of my MVPs for the night. Okay, number one, first quarter kind of went pretty much back and forth. To start, the refs are letting them play with some fouls on Ja, some fouls against Jokic, but they let them play through it, and the Grizz end up going up by 8 midway through. The Nuggets are 1-9 from 3, and the Grizz finished the quarter up 8 with a strong defensive stand, 28-20 Grizzlies. So the first quarter, they came out pretty good. Defense was one thing you noticed from the very, very get-go of this game. Defense was very locked in. Another thing you noticed from the beginning of this game is that we were pushing the ball even on makes, and it made a big difference. They never allowed the half-court offense to be a deterrent for them because, as you know, if you're a Grizzlies fan, you know our half-court offense is not that great. But we didn't have to worry about that tonight because we pushed the pace so much. We never allowed Denver to settle in and move kind of slow and kind of let Jokic orchestrate everything as he normally does. Second quarter, the Grizzlies started the quarter on a six-point run and quickly get the lead up to 14. After a timeout, the Grizz crank up that defense once again and got the lead up to 20 at the 8-minute mark. 20. Yes, that's right. 20 at the 8-minute mark. Then the Grizz got the lead all the way up to 29 before closing the quarter up 24. If I'm looking down, I'm reading my notes, but man, don't be offended by that. Just keep watching. Yeah, so they got the lead all the way up to 29 before closing the quarter up 24. They dominated on both ends that corner. Also, another big thing that helped us greatly win this game. Tyus hit threes again. He's back in his bag. If you don't know about Tyus Jones, he just had another child, his second child, and I've heard from many people, including local Grizzlies person or I don't know what TV guy. I guess my guy Chris Vernon talked about what the struggle of having that second child, and he was going through having that second child, and he had a second child over the All-Star break, and it seems like he's shaking off all the anxiety of dealing with having a child, and he's back into his bag, and he's looking very good again, man. So man, I'm so happy about that. You know what I mean? But this is the thing. Tyus hits 3 threes in the quarter. And then also you can see what's standing out is Tillman has been excellent on defense against Jokic. No one is stopping Jokic because Jokic is awesome. You know what I mean? He's been the MVP 2 years in a row. Maybe this year again. I don't know, though. I might want to give it to Embiid. Embiid a bad boy. You know what I mean? I think he's a little bit more versatile than the Joker, but Joker may win it again. We don't know. But yeah, Tillman had an excellent game against the Joker, and it was very, very surprised. He actually had 2 games against 2 of the best big men in the league. Joel got in his bag, and he really, really worked out on him. But look, he made him work, and he was able to really, really slow down Jokic tonight just by fighting with him. You know, that's all it was. You know, he wasn't scoring a lot. Tillman only had 12 points, but what he did was really fight with him and make it hard for him to get his points and get into his offense the way he wants to. And that's all you can do against these great players. You can't expect to make them go like a offer. That ain't happening. They too good. You know what I mean? So anyway, the Grizzlies going to halftime. I believe they're up 24. And, I was really, really concerned, like, man, are they going to be able to keep this lead? Because, as you know, after watching these games, the Grizzlies will get up 17, get up 20, and then they kind of take the foot off the gas. Well, third quarter starts, and that did not happen. They put their foot pedal to the metal, fam. They was going in. Third quarter, Grizz stayed hot and quickly get the lead up to 30, and eventually got it up to 34. Total dominance by the Grizz in the third quarter. That's all I can say. Total dominance. Ja gets this slick steal and goes not behind the back. He does his little stutter move. In the post game, he said, I gave him the he gave one of those right quick. If you hoop, you know what that means. Hit him with that gap foul. And that was kind of the story of the third quarter. Tyus hit another 3, so he got 4 in. Luke Kennard had 3 threes by then. You know what I'm saying? Three corner threes, especially 2 corner threes, and 3 corner threes in the third quarter. So that was good, and they was just rolling, man. Defense, like Denver was trying to make entry passes, and our big man would just grab the ball out the air. So they was really locked in defensively. They had a lot of deflections, and that were leading to fast breaks, and that was really how we won that game. Fourth quarter, man, is basically mop-up time. Much more of the same. 3 corner threes and 1 left hash mark for Kennard. He hit the hash mark in the fourth quarter, I believe. 4 threes for Tyus overall, and then the G League team plays the last 3 minutes, which was who I'm thinking about. I can't remember none of these dudes' names, but I got the box score. Let me look it up right quick so I can give y'all the right names. So it was Santi, John Conchar, Kennedy Chandler, Jake LaRavia, Kenny Lofton, Zaire Williams, and David Roddy. Basically, David Roddy, Zaire Williams, Kenny Lofton Jr., Jake LaRavia, and Kenny Chandler played about the last 6 or 7 minutes, and it was all mop-up time. That's when the Nuggets came back a little bit, got it under 20, and got the score to where it ended up being for the final of the game. Listen, some of the standouts tonight, man. Number 1 is Xavier Tillman. He actually got the walk-off interview tonight. Like I said, he only had 12 points, but he went 6 for 6. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not 6. Every shot he took, he made. He missed no shots. You know what I'm saying? So he was very, very locked in. Bunch of little floaters. That's all he was doing, pick and roll floaters. He made some good assists, I believe. Let me see. He had Xavier Tillman, 12 points. Yeah, 12 points. How many rebounds? 7 rebounds. And let me see how many assists. And 4 assists. That's very, very good for the starting big man. And he didn't foul out. Wasn't even in foul trouble. Plus minus tonight. 25. Plus 25, fam. Plus 25? Yo, he was very, very important tonight. Also, Dillon Brooks had a very good game. Another honorable mention player, man. Dillon Brooks, the last 2 games have really been playing within himself. And that's really been a difference for the team, right? Dillon had not been forcing it because Dillon is a role player. But he was great on defense. He really, really was able to hold Murray down. Now, let me be honest. I am a Grizzlies fan. There's no doubt about that. But I have to be honest. I believe Denver was just off, too. I believe they only made let's see how many threes they made total. Give me a second while I put this up. 3-pointers. I don't get it right now. I believe they made like 5 threes. Let's see. 3-point makes 1, 2, 6, 8, 10, 11. Yeah, so they only made 11 threes. And a lot of them was in mop-up time. They're the best 3-point shooting percentage team in the league. They're the number 1 team in the West. But they had an off night, and the Grizzlies highly contributed to that. I can't say that it was just their off night. It was an off night. I will say that, and I will be honest and admit that, but I think the Grizzlies had a good game plan. They pushed the pace. They never allowed the game to slow down, and all their role players was playing very well. They was hitting shots. That tends to happen when you play at home, so it's understandable, but I give the Grizzlies props for winning this because this is a very good team, and they have not had such a great record against these above average teams or great teams. especially in the West. And you know that, the national media gonna drill down. I'm fine in the West. I'm fine in the West, as Ja has said. But he looked very good tonight. The team looked very good tonight. They was there for him. Hopefully they can bring that same momentum when it comes to this Tuesday night when they on TNT playing against the Lakers, a new and improved, revamped Lakers team, which is a lot better. They picked up Malik Beasley, Jared Vanderbilt, the little point guard, I can't remember his name right now, and also Mo Bamba. All those players have been playing very well. D'Angelo Russell was the point guard. He got hurt the other night, but they made that team even better, and it won't be an easy win. Hopefully the Grizzlies can go ahead and win the game. Top scorers for the Nuggets is, Jokic had 15. He was the top scorer for the Nuggets. And KCP, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, had 11. And then Jeff Green had 12. And Christian Braun had 11. So their high score was 15. It was, like I said, it was an off night, man. They didn't have it. They kind of played like they was tired. But, I'm not going to use that as an excuse. They didn't play last night. So, hey, they got beat. They still number one in the West, but it brings us one game closer to them and separates us one game further from Sacramento, who is kind of on our heels trying to catch us for the 2 seed. So, yeah, man, just overall, man, this was a very good game. Grizzlies got their vibes back tonight. They really, really, really needed that. They really, really needed that. Once again, let me mention this. The key to this game was defense. It wasn't the threes, although we made a lot of threes. But it was defense and keeping that pace up. If the Grizzlies continue to do that, even running on made shots from the other team, they'll keep winning. That's what they got to do. They got to keep the pace up because they are not a half-court team, and they can't get baited into that. And Ja seemed like Ja tonight. Everybody just kind of seemed together. I think the vibes was good, and I think it's going to go well for them to go on another run. Hopefully, cross your fingers. You know what I mean? But I don't want to stay on too long tonight, man. I'm excited about this win. Very good win, man. Salute to the Grizzlies. They handled their business tonight against a very, very good team, a very balanced team, great shooting team, and they basically shut it all down. They win it. They deserve the praise they're getting, man, but I'm happy about it, man. Until next time, Tuesday night, when we have another game recap or may have another podcast in between there. We will be back soon. Appreciate everybody watching. Once again, do like you see on the screen and hit that like and subscribe button for you if you want to see more videos like this. And please feel free to comment and tell other people about us, man. We appreciate anybody who's watching this, man. Hey, you got to stay on our Grizzly, man. This Grizzly team, this is the hope of Memphis. This is one of the best teams out of the city of Memphis other than the Tigers. And, this is the highest seeded NBA team we ever had. We was number 2 last year. Everybody thought it was a fluke. We back number 2 again and have not really played that great this year. Last year, I think we was on, 8 and 9 game runs all the time. But I mean, 8 and 9 game win streak runs all the time. But this year has been a little bit more challenging, but we're still doing well. So, hey, man, we got to be happy about that, man. But, hey, with that being said, man, I'm C. Micah, Chris. We'll see y'all in a couple of days, man. We all appreciate you watching. Hey, man, Grizz win, man. Celebrate. Let's get it.